record. So we have the following types. We have is a bitmap, okay, BMP, okay, we call it Windows bitmap. Windows bitmap was initially developed by Microsoft for the desktop-based applications. When you load your Windows, you see Windows 10 or whatever, that's all in BMP. BMP is in high resolution, but it takes a lot of space. That's why it's not suitable for web-based applications. So you'll not find a lot of BMP on websites because of it. It has a lot of information within it. Okay, so its compression rate is not very good. Now, what do I mean by compression is that you can compress your image formats, okay, and you can get rid of some unwanted and useless information. This is what JPG did. JPG came out to be one of the best format to be used by devices because it got rid of useless information, okay. Sometimes theoretically I'll explain you, but obviously it's not in your syllabus. Then you have is your GIF. CompuServe GIF is used for transparent, for your clip art, stuff like that. The substitute for GIF, which has become more common, is PNG. That's PNG is also a transparent format. Okay, right? Then you have is a TIFF. TIFF basically is a format used for billboards. If you want large scale billboards to be made, we use TIFF for that. It's pretty heavy. It's high resolution, but can support really large images. Okay, so these are the formats that you should be aware of. Okay, done with that. So what we'll do right now is, hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so can all of you hear me, right? When you guys don't talk, it seems like you're quiet and I can't listen what I'm saying. All of you can listen, right? Hopefully.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's good. That's good. Okay, because I don't like to talk to myself and I won't do that. So come on, I don't want to get this image. I won't like this image. Seriously. Okay, I will use it. It doesn't matter. We will work with this. It's not high resolution, but it's fine. So if I select from here is the magnetic lasso tool, I click here, and if I select the magnetic lasso tool, what I can do is I can simply select the edges from the boundary. And a magnetic lasso tool basically works by selecting the color difference. So wherever you have a lot of color contrast, it will really work well. Okay, it will. But let's say if you have white car with a white background, this will not work well. Okay, I'm not doing it with a lot of accuracy. Okay, I'm not spending time on it. I'll just try to make it. Here we go. I double click. Now this is what I've selected. I'll simply do is I can simply go to copy, right? Any problem till now? Can I continue? Because next part is important. I just selected with the magnetic lasso tool and double clicked and I just copied. Any problem?
No, sir.
Good. So now listen carefully. I go to file, the lecture is being recorded. I can upload that and I will come to new. Now over here, we have been working with white. Today we'll work with transparent. We'll just make it transparent. Remember that. Okay. It will be really small, but doesn't make a difference because it was small in image. So I'll come here and I will say, just paste it. Well, yes, I know there's a lot of unwanted information. I can simply okay, anyway, it's fine. So now this is basically transparent. Well, how can I prove it? I'll just prove it. I'll go to file, I will save as. Okay, I will have a folder over here. I'll make a folder. Okay, working with whatever. My keyboard isn't working bracket. Sorry. And I will save it as a PNG, and I will save it as car. Okay, I'll save it. Now I'll open up Dreamweaver and I'll just explain you. Okay, not this one. So I'll open up HTML. Okay, what I'll do now is I'll simply go to my insert. Okay, and insert, if you want to insert images, I can come to image and come to my desktop. Here we have the graphics. Didn't I save it over here? Is it open by another application? I'll just close this. I'll save it again. Right. So let's go back to Dreamweaver. This is what I have. I'll press OK. And here you go. No. Now, what you can see is basically this is transparent. I'll just prove it. I'll go to page properties. I'll change the background color to this. And do you see it's transparent? Now, how can I prove it's transparent? Let's do one thing. I'll come here. I will save the same image as a JPG. So let's insert the other image, which was saved as JPG, this one. And let's see what's the difference. No, I don't want that. So you can see over here, the image which was in JPG has a white background, and the image which was saved as a PNG has a transparent background. So if you have a transparent background, and if you don't save it as a PNG, the transparency will not appear. Is this point clear? All of you? Anyone has a question?
Explain me how did you like bring the background to transparent?
Yeah, I'll do it again. If because this was our discussion today. So I just give me a second. Let me just give me 1 second. Mm, I just want to get a bit better resolution image so that, yeah, we do have one. Yeah, that's fine. So I will save this image as. Now I'll go to, now please listen carefully. I'm going to do it again. I'll just close all this, whatever we have done, and listen carefully. I'll close all this. So I'll go to File, Open. I will open up this image. Now what I'll do is, please listen carefully. I will select from here is the magnetic lasso tool, and I've set the frequency to 100, which makes it very accurate. Okay, I can press Control plus to zoom in if I may want to, and zoom, Control minus to zoom out. So Control plus. Now I can do is I can start selecting this. You can see I'm selecting the edge, the edges. I'm using what? I'm using the magnetic lasso tool. Since the previous image that I was using was not of high resolution, so it was not accurate. Even right now, my mouse is just slipping. It's fine. You need to have a proper place where you're using it. That's fine. Here we go. Perfect. Just double click, join. So, any problem till now? I'm asking again. Anyone
No,
has a
sir.
problem? No. Now see what I'll do. I'll just copy. I'll just copy this. I'll just copy this. I'll come to File, New, and while I do, I'm opening up a new canvas. I repeat, I'm opening up a new canvas. So initially we always did white. Today, since I want to save it as a PNG, I will have a background as transparent. Okay, is this clear?
Yes.
So, okay, done that. Remember, I copied. Now I can paste it. If I paste it here, I have this. I know it's not very perfectly done. I mean, that's not my concern right now. So I'll go to File, Save As. Because CIE, they're not going to give you a very complicated image because this point has not come in the paper till now. I'm discussing the points which are in the syllabus. Remember that. Okay, so let's have it as car 3, and we are saving as PNG. Remember that. So I'll save it as PNG. The advantage is, like I repeated before, that now if I insert this image over here, this one, this image basically is a transparent image, which means that if I change the background color to whatever color, I will basically see the white part is not appearing. It's transparent. So that's
Sir,
how.
can we use the vector image if we don't want the pixels to get even worse than this one?
A bit, yes. Listen, as far as vector is concerned, you can, but vector will give you the car in form of an illustration, not an actual. Now, this image that you see is this image is a photo. If you use an illustration will not be real life-like image. It will be an illustration. So illustrated images do not get pixelated. You're absolutely right. But
Okay,
don't
sir.
worry, in your O levels, they are not going to discuss illustrations because Illustrator is not in our syllabus. Okay. Frankly speaking, let me tell you something. Even
Okay, sir.
Photoshop is not directly in our syllabus. I'll tell you why. Because you will find many schools and teachers not teaching Photoshop. They would ask students to do the same thing in Paint, but that's nonsense, frankly speaking. You cannot compare Paint with Photoshop. No comparison. CI says that you're supposed to use a graphic tool to do the following things. This doesn't mean that you just download any random basic graphic tool and start doing it. Photoshop is one of the best tool, although it's expensive, but it's not a problem for us. So all the requirements of CI are fulfilled in Photoshop with Optiva. And I've been using Photoshop for the past many years, okay, 17 years for ICT program. And now CI in their marking scheme, they also give us screenshots of Photoshop. They themselves use Photoshop in their marking scheme as well. They use Dreamweaver as well. So the standard has been set. Okay, so is this point clear? Whatever we've done, this was an important point. This means maybe in CI, they will give you an image of people standing. You need to take out one person and you have to save that person as a PNG, and you will place it in the web page and it should be transparent. All of you will be able to do this part. Please, no hesitation. If someone has a problem, we can discuss it. That's why I'm recording the lecture. Okay.
Sir,
Yes, beta.
sir, you said that GIF is also a transparent
Yes, beta. Yes,
picture format.
yes, beta. I'll just show you. I will save it as
Okay.
I will go to Photoshop and I will save it as a CompuServe GIF. I will save it as car 5. Okay, whatever. Save it, and I've saved it as a GIF. Okay. Okay. Now I'll come back here, and what I'll do is enter, and I'll come to images, and you see this? It says item type GIF file, the one I just saved, right? This was item type PNG. So let's insert GIF. Okay. No. Okay. So it's the same thing. You see, that's also transparent, that's also transparent. Then why do we have PNG? I'll tell you why. PNG somehow has become a much more better compressed type. Okay, maybe after a while GIF might not be available, but still GIF is there because GIF is more suitable for moving clip arts. Okay, so both are used. For us, we can use either of them, but CI usually prefer using PNG. Let me tell you that. CI will mostly talk about PNG. Yes, any further question so that I can discuss something else as well? Is this point clear, all of you? The procedure, whatever I done, I hope the concept is clear regarding this point. Yes, all of you? Is it clear?
Yes.
There is in GIF a couple of seconds long, and it has like the car might be moving.
Mm-hmm.
So, how can we do that?
You want what moving? The car's wheel
Sometimes
moving?
when we make GIFs or something,
Yes, 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 yes.
like the car is moving or
Beta,
something like that.
I wish I had the time to do that. This will be done in A level IT because for that we have to learn software.
So
But
isn't that cinematography?
it is, but basically it's done in Animate. Okay, it's Adobe Animate.
Yes.
So it's very easy to do it in Adobe Animate. Okay. Whenever we have free time, I will discuss with you. It's obviously it's not in our syllabus. It's in A level. But if you're really interested, what I can do is I can share a video lecture with you. Because I'm sure if you're really good in IT, you can do that. But I can do that. I just download Animate and I'll share a video how to do it. You can animate the wheels or whatever, the lights, whatever. Just like the way you have in advertisements. It seems like a video. It's not a video. It's basically an animation which is in GIF. Or it looks like an animation, a video. Because if they make a video,
Yeah,
video is because
you can also
yes.
do that on your phone
Hmm.
as well.
Yes, you can. You can. Exactly.
Uh, some apps provide.
But sir, there's also frame by frame animation in Photoshop
Yes,
as well.
exactly. Very good. Who was this? Who was this?
Faleha.
Very good, beta. Bilkul. Frame by frame animation is also in Photoshop. This means I'm talking to someone who knows Photoshop. I'm so glad. बिल्कुल. मगर मैं
Sir,
डिस्कस नहीं
sir,
करूं जी बेटा.
sir, can we do it on Illustrator?
You
Can we
you
do it on Illustrator?
you can also do it in Illustrator. Like she said, Photoshop is very good in that. But if you want a very proper tool for your animations and if you want really smooth animations, Animate is the right tool. Okay. Uh, Frankly speaking, let me tell you something. You can use, मैंने पहले भी बात की थी कि we can use a plier for hammering as well, but hammer is used for hammering. There are different tools. So some tools are meant for that particular job. Okay. For example, um, you can use a polygonal tool instead of a marquee tool, but obviously marquee tool has its job and polygon tool has its job. Okay. Right. So if you've done this, I would just like to discuss is the clone tool today. Then I'll stop. What is the clone tool? Maybe most of you, some of you, do not know what a clone tool is. Someone has an idea? What's a clone tool?
It makes copy of an image.
Very good. Very good. Okay.
The
Yes, beta.
clone stamp tool.
Clone stamp tool. Exactly. Okay. Now, once I am talking to the students and I'm really appreciating them, those of you who don't know it, it doesn't make a difference. Okay. So uh, it's fine for you guys to ask me any further question. You get the point? Those who know it, it's very good. Those who don't know it, it's perfectly fine. Come on, I'm so sorry. I'm just want to find an image where I can explain the clone tool properly. Now, what is this? No. One second. I'll simply type is. Yeah. Whenever I type this is the typical image that comes in, and it's a very good image to work with. Save image as, and let me just save it over here. Now, please listen carefully. If I open up this image, and please after this, I want you to practice this. Okay, all the remaining time you have. Okay, it is because this is what I do in the lab as well all the time. I ask students to practice for 10 to 15 minutes. They have to. So I will discuss over here is you can see over here there are two tools. There's the splash tool and the clone tool. We'll discuss the pass tool. Okay, you might see this. You have to click on this, then you will be able to see the pass tool, or maybe you might see the healing tool. But if you click on this, you can have the pass tool. Now, what's the pass tool? Let's talk about it. Well, let's say I want to remove this car. So what I can do is I can simply select this. I didn't do it perfectly, but it's fine. And I can replace it with a patch from here. See? And although no one can tell, only you know that I've done it. But here we go. It's gone. I can even replace, I can just get rid of this as well. I simply select this, the patch, click, drag and drop somewhere relevant, and here you go. Car is gone. So patch tool is really good. It helps you to create a patch, take a sample from somewhere and place it somewhere else. Pretty easy to use.
Can you take
Most
it
Give it a,
on the side at the footpath, something on the
uh,
left side, sir, extreme left.
no, but what do I want me to do? Patch is used to cover a patch with something, na? So I don't really need a patch tool. I didn't get the point.
and most of
Sir,
the
what
features
would
are
happen if you take the
the
car on the extreme
I can do is
left?
I can do is that, for example, like you're saying is, maybe I want to get rid of this crack. Okay, so I can do is I can select this, take a patch and replace it with, here we go, this. So there is no crack anymore. Is this what you're referring to? You get the point?
So, sir, if sir, can you zoom out?
Yes.
Sir,
Yes.
can you make the car go on the footpaths at the left?
Okay. No, for that I need to use a clone tool, or when I can do that, but that will be bit more. For that I will use the magnetic lasso tool. I'll take out the car, I will place it there. Then using the patch tool, I'll make this disappear. You get my picture or not?
Yes, sir.
You get my picture?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But let me discuss clone tool. If you're not a problem, if you click on the clone tool, all you do is you have to press Alt, the Alt which is on the left side of your keyboard. Press Alt, and when this target comes, click. And when you come here, you just need to do is, let me just increase the flow and let me make it opacity more. And I can even increase the size of the brush. So you see, as I paint over here, I can decrease the opacity if I want to do it. So you see, it's cloning. Basically, it's cloning is used in different ways. For example, to clone a leaf somewhere else or something else. It's a different tool. Now the only reason it's appearing in a different way is because the angle was different. But fine, I could have done it more perfectly if my flow was less. I could have used a different brush. But frankly speaking, we don't have to go into a lot of detail in this because this much will not come, frankly speaking. Okay, but it's fine if you know it. There's no harm. Okay, that's why I'm doing this with you. Okay, no other teacher will cover in do so much detail, but I will do it every module. Okay, but we don't have to go in a lot of extensive. So the magnetic lasso tool works in different way. The patch tool works in different way. The clone tool works in different way. You get the point? You can use either of them in your particular case. And we talked about the GIF as well today. Is it fine, beta? Any question? The one who asked me how to place this image over here, did you get the procedure? You can try it, right?
Yes, sir.
You okay? Magnetic lasso tool, you select the car, you copy. Can I do it in a second for you? Okay, just 1 second. Let me do it for you. Oh, sorry. Set back. Actually, my keyboard isn't working, so I can't actually. This key is not working. Okay, the ghost of the car is there. So what I'll do is, I wish I had the other car. I don't like this one. Right, I like this one now. I'll press Control plus. I will use the magnetic lasso tool. Like I said, I'm not doing with perfection, so you might see some flaw. So I'll just copy it and I will paste it. Now what's happening is, if I go back, I can drag it here. This is not looking nice. I'm so sorry. It's not looking nice. But why would it be on the footpath? Because it's broken. Anyway, I'm not. Now, Photoshop has layers. Okay, this has gone in different layer. So if I click on this, now I can use the pass tool. It was a question, your question. That's why I'm answering. But like I said, in OLLs, they will not give you a really complicated thing. The car disappeared, and the car is over here. If you're not happy with retarded shape of the car, you can simply this wasn't looking nice. So here we go. Although again, it's not looking very normal because it was not meant to be this way, but we did it.
We can also change the angle of the car.
Hmm?
We can also change the angle of the car.
Yes. But till here, this much is fine. Okay. Right. So is it clear, all of you? This was our discussion for today. I'll just stop because the video will come very heavy. I will upload this as well, and please practice all this, because in the next class tomorrow we will be discussing more things related to Dreamweaver. Okay, right, all of you?
And sir,
Yes, beta.
sir वो CSS वाला भी please upload कर दें मुझे last
ठीक
past paper question के.
अच्छा ठीक है बेटा, ठीक है. Please, can you do me a favor, remind me after Juma as well, so I don't forget. Okay, right, beta?
Okay, sir.
Okay, beta. So see you all of you, right? Okay.
Sir,
One second. One second. Yes, beta.
so will you upload this lecture?
Yes, beta. मैं जरा आपकी attendance भी ले लूँ. For I hope no one's skipped it. Did someone? Yes. जी बेटा, I'll upload this lecture. ठीक है? I'll upload this lecture. I've taken attendance. I'll just stop. फिर वो recording रुक जाएगी. Okay, guys. See you then.